Yo, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and my beautiful, amazing co-host, Miss Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing? What is going on? I'm struggling. Y'all over here for pre-show.
It's a sandwich.
It's this sandwich bread that got caught up in the roof of my mouth, and I thought I was gonna be able to get it down. Pause. By the time the show started, and it didn't happen. It did not happen. Miss Janelle Mayfield, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you today?
I am alive and well. I cannot complain. I almost died just now, but I'm back and I'm ready to go. Happy belated Mother's Day
Thank you.
and belated Mother's Day. I hope
Yes.
you and all the other mothers out there had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you had a wonderful weekend, put it in the chat that you had a wonderful weekend. Tell us what you got, what kind of gifts you got. There's a mom right there in the chat, Miss Kristen. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope all y'all had a great time. What'd you do over the weekend?
I ate a lot of good food.
Okay.
I got a massage. And just spent time with family. It was nice. The weather was perfect.
The weather was amazing.
Because normally on Mother's Day weekend it rains. So it was nice to have good weather.
Yeah, the weather is great. It's been great. I had to fly to Florida for some training. That's why I'm not in the man cave today. I am in Florida for some training. The weather is hot here. Like your coin purse stick to your leg tight and hot out here. Yeah.
Coin purse. How old are you?
It's sticking to the leg. It's rough type heat out here. But it's actually good to feel it because I was tired of the hot cold cycle we were doing for a little bit. It's like the weather couldn't stay consistent.
Yeah.
So definitely happy about that now. With that being said, we got to talk. Oh, before I go anywhere, I want to wish my oldest brother a happy birthday, turning the big 5'3" today.
How do I get
I don't know.
confetti?
I don't think I can do that. But yeah, happy birthday, big bro. I love you. This year's not on Friday the 13th, so you can be happy. You can be happy. That happens to him. So happy that he has a good birthday. Yeah, we don't speak about it.
Jesus name.
Yeah. But happy birthday, big bro. Love you to death. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you're out there eating some good food right now. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of deep topics to talk about today. All serious. Welcome. Hey, what's up, Trev? All serious things.
Into your phone. Sorry. Because I texted him. I'm trying to make sure he come up on time for our segment. And he wasn't paying attention.
Right. So, Trevor, you've been warned. Please show up.
Please no, Trevor does not care when I act like that. So it's not even like.
Okay. Well.
Anyway, please go on.
Yeah, show up. Show up on time, Trevor. We have some dusty grapes we got to talk about. We have 3 dusty grapes today. 3 dusty grapes. Let's just jump right into it. Miss Anita Baker.
And her fans, because y'all are stupid.
I was always one to defend Mother Anita.
Giving you the best.
But she wasn't giving us the best.
Wait, sing. You was low-key singing.
You know I'll do that. I do that yawn singing, boy. I can do that. But it's like, imagine her and Tony Braxton in a room together just yawn singing.
Please.
Come on. You'd be sleepy in 5 minutes. You'd be done. Knocked out. But
you're stupid.
But yeah, so she canceled her concert on Mother's Day. When everybody's coming to hear you serenade them.
They was at the Atlanta. Venue. They were at the venue.
In Chocolate City. Everybody's at the venue in 15 minutes.
Ghetto.
Before you go on, that's when you cancel the concert. And we have not heard why.
Now,
let's be fair. We have not heard why. Maybe I feel like it was something simple, like her ginger ale was flat. And she just went off on everybody about it. And just said, I'm not going out on stage. And then she just didn't go. But this is like, to me, I don't know what's going on with artists. Like I defend artists when they're attacked on stage and when people think that they have this access to celebrities. but I also think celebrities have a responsibility to their fans.
This is your job.
This is your job. I need her to go on and cancel all future events at this point. Her and Lauryn Hill need to share a room.
Apparently Lauryn Hill has been doing better. I think she's been
I don't
listening to
care. You
feedback.
missed
I
too
don't
many.
know.
You
But I
can't
think
say you're
Anita
doing
might
that.
actually have something like she's getting older. Maybe it's your brain starts to go when you're 70. How old is she? How old is Anita Baker?
If Diana Ross can still stand herself up on stage,
But that's because Diana Ross is blessed and highly favored. Hold on now.
if
Because
she can
that woman's
stand up
like
there and
83
say those
years.
songs that she says, she can
Oh,
get
Anita Baker's 66. She has no.
She's not old enough to be doing that.
I'm pretty
Shirley
sure Diana
Caesar
Ross.
still
Yeah,
selling out.
Diana Ross is 80.
Oh, wait a minute. Someone just showed up.
Is that Professor?
Is this the professor himself? I don't know if he's ready yet, but we'll throw him up. Yo.
What's the
Blessings?
Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. How y'all doing?
We're doing. No, that's not how you greet us all the time. Greet us the way that you normally do.
Good evening, free black people.
Free black people. Yeah, there it is. We appreciate you stopping by. Got the Nelia on and everything.
Did you put that on purpose?
No, I was putting a desk together, so I've been chilling today, man. Got to put the desk together.
So you just happen to have a coordinated fit putting a desk together?
Nah, man. I ain't go to work today.
That's definitely Jonathan's like everyday clothes.
Yeah, it's starting to seem a little coordinated, but we're gonna let it slide.
I am the bros, so
he is. Y'all don't play with him. But yeah, Anita Baker. I don't know what to say. That, like, to me, on a Mother's Day of all days, to try to do that 15 minutes before that could have been someone could have put all their money into that gift to me. Like, they finally, their mama might have always wanted to see Anita Baker, and they just spent their lad down trying to get their mama to Anita Baker, and you cancel. Yes, them tickets might have been $25 to sit up there. I'm just
17.
Okay.
$17.
Hey, you right there. Head to toe on a Monday. He just head to toe on a Monday.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel as a musician who really takes his music seriously, and you take your audience very seriously, and we all have respect for Anita Baker? How do you feel about her just not showing up?
Anita Baker should retire.
No, but for real.
No, seriously, because
immediately.
The first time that she has had like these kind of antics. This is not her first time. She's kind of getting into that Lauryn Hill thing where like people should expect what to expect.
Thank you.
From her.
That's what I'm saying. On the other side of that, why are y'all shocked? If you keep putting your hand on the stove when it's on, it's gonna burn.
Yeah, it's time to hang it up.
Listen, and the wigs, I'm done with them short wigs. Enough. I've had enough.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
it's not.
She is a legend. I would like her to retire as somebody that we love.
Yes, with a beautiful legacy.
She did all of that. She did
like Tina. Go off and live somewhere beautiful and just rest.
And Tina did something amazing. Tina said, "I'm gonna go live where they respect me and treat me like the queen that I am, and treat me like the legend that I am." She went to Switzerland. They love her
documentary often. Phenomenal.
Yeah. It's like, but Anita, I feel like she's a great artist. She's got her Grammys. She has everything that an artist would want to have. But I think she's let that go too far to her head. That she does it. The fans need her more than she needs the fans, and I think that's her mentality.
See, my other thing with her, she did all of this talking about like I need my masters back and like all of this, and everybody was supporting her. Yes, she did that. So why are you still doing this to your fans?
Maybe she's a crackhead. Because if it was a medical situation or something, they probably would have came out and made a statement. If it was something serious, a statement would have been made.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is definitely
and that's what I think.
Like David Ruffin, I'm on crack.
Hey,
I mean, I hope she's not, but it could. This is crazy behavior.
She probably tripped out, and she's not gonna say nothing about it either. Like, she ain't gonna say nothing.
All right, well,
who's next? Because we got 75.
We just needed a little Anita, just as Jamie said, and we couldn't even get that. That's all. Couldn't even get that. Next. Man.
That was a good one though, but man.
I thought it was good. I threw it in there. I thought it was good. Guess no one got it.
No, that was good. Oh man, that was good.
Move over. Moving over to the truth, man. Paul Pierce, bro. This man just seems to not want a job. He just seems to not want to keep a job. You working for the Disney Corporation, you got strippers on poles. And then what I think this is not even about him. This is about Skip Bayless. Nothing that man does is gonna prosper after the way he treated us. And God is making sure that happens. Paul Pierce was on Undisputed today, and he was talking about the Denver Nuggets, and he I think it was Denver he was talking about, but he dropped the N-word and tried to go past that joint, and the look on Skip's face.
But shout out to what's his face, because he didn't go out of character at all.
No.
He said right there. Oh, Paul.
Hey, but Skip, you could see the look on his face, like, not again. Like, I gotta get another host to get like this man. That show is, I don't even know anybody who still watches that show.
Did y'all hear the side that Paul Pierce made?
What?
Like, he sighed, like,
I didn't hear.
Oh, he knew he did it. Yeah.
It's like he was like
I know I'm fired.
Yeah, for sure. It's over. It's over.
We won't.
And that's why I say these ballers, like true ballers, people that play, should be on podcasts. Like, y'all should not be.
Or just be vet. They need to vet these people.
And not all. Now, let me say this: not all of y'all need podcasts. They all do not need to be on podcasts. But if you are knowledgeable, you're a Hall of Famer, be on a podcast that talks strictly basketball, and you can talk freely and say the things you want to say, like JJ Redick is doing with LeBron. Like, that's the kind of forum you need to be in. Absolutely. I know he ain't gonna do it with LeBron because LeBron told his ass. But yeah, I just felt I didn't feel bad because I'm just laughing at Skip. I'm like, bro, give it up. You'll never capture that lightning.
Not to say anything though. I think that he almost went to say something, but I think for a second he actually thought before he spoke, and he was like, "Nope, this ain't not that."
Let him think by himself, because last time I said something.
What is happening? Is it like you hit us? Are these? I really feel like there are a lot of midlife crises happening around us.
You can't leave the hood,
man. Look,
no, but I'm saying even like Stephen A. making the comment he made on Fox about Black people.
Is that a midlife crisis, or are they just saying what they really feel?
Yeah,
I don't want to believe that.
Man, Stephen A. is getting so much money, he don't have to appeal to us no more. So he really being himself.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Antonio Brown is doing a podcast with Jason Whitlock. Like that was Dusty Greats. Man, both of them are just Dusty Greats.
That's crazy.
Period.
I would, when I tell you, I would be so far removed from Antonio Brown, it would be crazy.
Yeah, man, but see, he knows
ESPN, CT, ESPN.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
It is.
Sorry, that's so funny.
But
sorry,
I feel like Justin Whitlock of all people just angers me. His views on black athletes, period. He's terrible, and he knew nobody would watch him. So what did he do? Let me go get the craziest black man that I can exploit.
I'm still not watching.
Yeah, the craziest black man I can exploit to get clicks and get people to watch me. And there's already
like Jason Whitlock never drinks water.
He probably don't, man.
He literally looks like he never drinks
shots of maple syrup. That's why his lips always look like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He injected vein.
He injected straight in the vein. Straight in the vein. So Paul Pierce, your Dusty Grape number 2. Get your resume together, bruh.
Resume, just going to that unemployment line. They've had enough of you, sir.
He said he grows. He has a weed factory. He needs.
Oh, he's great.
Just chill.
So why not just go be rich?
Go be rich with Snoop.
Like, I'm telling y'all, do not give us millions of dollars. You will never see us.
Oh, never,
man,
never. And it's coming soon too.
It is.
Man.
Y'all
and then
years, you don't see me no more.
Hey, Amber. And then the third Dusty Grape I don't know if y'all heard about this one. Y'all know I'm big into politics, science, so I got to talk about this one. Someone's finally done it. Someone has finally found the one thing that can make white folk not vote for you. Kristi Noem. Now, Kristi Noem, I believe she's the governor. Let me see real quick. Yeah, she's the governor of South Dakota. First of all, ain't no people in South Dakota. What you gonna be? What you really governing out there? A bunch of empty land, for one.
Colts.
And most of it's owned by the federal government, so you really ain't got to do too much. But she was looking like a top contender for Trump's running mate. She's probably being picked because nobody knew enough about her. So she decided to write an autobiography, I guess. First of all, you haven't done anything with your life yet to be writing an autobiography. But all right, we'll read it. We'll give you a chance. We'll give you a chance. She decided to write in this book about how she had a dog. Yes, Trev. She had a dog, and the dog.
Sorry.
The dog was just not behaving, just couldn't behave right, and apparently just was untrainable, and it tried to bite her. And she said she knew at that moment she had to make the tough decision and put the dog down. So she drove off the road to a ditch, shot the dog in the head. Not only that, she said, after that, I knew that there were other things that were standing in my path to success. So she had a sheep on the farm that was not good. She took the sheep and carried that thing out there and shot.
Oh no, she's possessed. She's possessed.
Now, mind you, she wrote this in the book. And she wrote that she had met Kim Jong-un and all these other world leaders. She wrote all this. Like it wasn't verifiable. And then not only did she write this book, y'all, she also then did the audio book, which she read. So she read this book, recorded it for the audio book. White people everywhere lost their minds. Not about all the stuff that she agreed with Trump on and all that stupid stuff they've been spewing on the MAGA side, but the fact that she shot a dog.
I haven't seen no outrage. I thought that they would be storming the Capitol again for the dogs.
Oh my gosh, they talking about the dog. Like she makes a joke in the book. She's like, she knew the dog was untrainable, and then she put in parentheses, "You should take this hint."
How has she not been arrested?
Because Biden's dog be biting people.
How has she not been arrested? Say it again.
You don't get arrested for shooting a dog.
Yes, you do.
First,
you take old yellow to the back and you pop them.
Say it again, John.
First sign of a serial killer is people that kill animals.
Yeah. Oh, y'all gotta go see the clip of the book. Like she took the sheep, she took the dog, and then her coworkers
now every day, but they get to do that.
Her coworkers on the farm joked with her and said, "We better leave work, y'all, before we're next." And she thought that was a funny joke to put in the book. Also, she never met Kim Jong-un.
She doesn't deserve to be a politician because she has no discernment.
Yeah.
Like, let's not even talk about the dog. Like, she didn't have enough sense not to even say that in her book.
Right. Just
because nobody would have known had she not put that in her book.
She wanted people to know, though, for the thrill of it. That's why she recorded it. She's sick.
But it's crazy now we see there's a limit. But the limit is a dog. You can talk about people. You can talk about immigrants however you want to. You can make them just not even human. But the minute Fido gets capped, now we ain't dealing with somebody. That's when y'all had enough. And to me, that's just crazy.
Michael Vick had a stroke.
Yeah, they did Michael Vick. Like it's been with them. It's been that way.
But that's just crazy. That's where the line is. So Kristi Noem, now they're saying, she's not even on the list to be, and she shouldn't be.
She needs to be in prison.
This is what y'all wanted. This is the politicians y'all wanted.
I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody.
Man, so those are our 3 dusty grapes today. Now I got a question for John and Janelle before we get into one of our topics. In order, I need y'all to rank these for me. And we'll start with John. I need you to rank burgers, pizza, tacos, and wings. I need you to put them in order. Number 1 is easy.
Wings first.
Amen.
Amen.
If anyone disagrees with that, say it now.
Tacos.
Okay.
Pizza. Burgers.
Okay. Janelle?
I would say wings and nothing else. Wings.
Oh yeah, Trev, I got to get to him one day too.
Pizza. Right. Wings, pizza, tacos, burgers.
Yeah. So I think I agree directly with John. Though it's wings.
Why tacos. Would tacos be first? You're not
tacos second. But tacos, man, versatile, man. You can put anything in a taco.
It depends on how you make them, because they fire. They can be fire.
They fire if you make them right.
Do you know how many different sauces there are for wings?
This is also true. And
how many different ways you can make?
Well, that's why I said wings is first. Tacos second.
Okay, just making sure.
Tacos, then wings. Was making sure. I mean, wings, then tacos. Excuse me. I was reading. Who said that? Perez says taco, wings, burger, pizza, but he's also Hispanic, so I respect it. Go ahead.
You are right.
We got it. We can talk like that. We cool. But, so I respect it. I respect it.
We do not condone any racism on this show.
It's not racism. It's just fact.
As long as we're doing burgers are last.
You know what he's
burgers
doing.
Are honestly not even that good for real.
Like you got
exhausting.
Because the beef, the red meat don't hit the same.
One day.
Yeah, burgers. I feel like when I eat a burger, I gotta lay down after. I can't do nothing after it. Like I gotta. So yeah, but that was like I was just wondering. So y'all make sure y'all put those in order. Let us see what the order is. But I think wings are supreme at all times. Smoke them, fry them. So many things.
Phil!
What? Hey, what's up, Phil?
Phil.
One of my favorite people.
All right, let's get into our number one topic here. And I'm glad we have Professor Neil with us today because he's an educator. Let me say that again. Professor Neil. And where do you profess at, sir?
Where do you profess?
Grambling State University.
And he said it's so calm. Grambling State University. So
I just want everyone to know that this is Zaire's godfather.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So he in the house, one of the baddest bands in the land, if not the baddest. So we appreciate you stopping by.
Of course.
All right, we got to talk about this teacher named Marquise White. He went viral for probably all the wrong reasons this last week because he decided to have 4 of his young lady students take his hair out. And at first, and I'm gonna give everybody a chance to respond. At first, I was going back to my my schooling days. It was a common occurrence for young girls to take out the teacher's hair, like sometimes do stuff like that, especially if we had a free period, or it was like testing time when we take our test and there was nothing else to do for the day, do stuff like that. But then seeing it as a man, I kind of felt uneasy. So I had to check myself and ask, was I looking at this from the way we have over-sexualized the world and like, is everything nefarious all the time? So I tried to check that. But then I came around to the answer that it was inappropriate. And the reason I said this is for multiple reasons. One, that's not something, even if we did it before, if we saw it before, does that make it appropriate? Just because people were doing it when we were kids does not make it appropriate. He should know the school's policy on this, and he should have been knowledgeable enough to not do it. Second, as a Black man, I thought he would be smarter than that. I get you're a content creator, but you don't have to create content everywhere you are. Like, you need to know there's a time and a place. I listened to his explanation of why he did it. And this is when I started having the real problem. Because you may have those children's permission to film them, but as a parent, you don't have mine. And I feel like that's just a red line you don't cross, especially in today's world, but we think everything needs to be on camera. Second, I would feel some type of way if I had a daughter and I was like picking her up early from school one day and I walked in and she's taking out a grown man's hair. Like, sir, you got your hair done. You have money to get it done. That means you got money to take it down. You don't have to do that here. Go do that on your own time. You're supposed to be educating my child. not getting your hair done by my child. And then the last part of his explanation really just sounded weird to me. He explained he had this event going on and that event going on, so he couldn't find the time to take down his hair. To me, that's a time management thing. Has nothing to do with my kid. Then he says, I asked 4 of my 150 best friends. That sounds weird as an adult to be calling kids your best friends. I get it, what you're trying to say. You have a great relationship with these kids, but pick your words. In today's society, like, you got to pick your words better. And then he says, I asked for my best friends if they would do it for me. You as a teacher should not be asking children to do something for you that you should have been doing yourself. And ladies at that, young ladies at that. Like, if they had came up and said, oh, let's take your hair down because it's looking a mess. You know how students be wetting teachers, man. And it'd be funny to me. And they were like, yo, let's get you straight. Like, we'll take your hair out. And it was something that was organic and they just did it. Still, I would have hoped that you would say, no, I'm okay. I'm going to get it done. You know, y'all can joke on me today. But you asked your students to do that. That, to me, that's crossing the line. I don't believe he should have been fired. I believe he has a great relationship with these students. And he could have been counseled, but also you knew your school's policies. And we need to stop pretending like, oh, just because he's a good teacher, that excuses you from breaking school policies. Like, when you sign that contract, you know what you signed, or you should know what you signed. And if you break it, the school has every right to do that. So I feel sorry that this happened. I'm sorry those teachers are out of having him as a teacher, but at the same time, it's inappropriate. Like, school is a place for learning and stuff. It's not for you to get a service done free by somebody else's kids. And to me, that's where he went wrong. Professor Neal, am I wrong? Am I crossing boundaries? Or
nah, I think you pretty much summed it up. Now I want to make sure that I'm correct. I believe I saw in one article that he works at a non-profit.
oh,
So that kind of ups the score a little bit as to
mm-hmm.
is and isn't allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make sure that I'm not speaking from an elitist standpoint, because I am a certified educator, um, and but I still believe in traditional and non-traditional educators because I was a non-traditional educator for 10 years before I started teaching traditionally. So I took notes.
Period.
Um, I think the first thing that I want to address, everything that I'm addressing is based on what I saw and based on like people's reactions from educators that we know on the wonderful Blue app, um, Facebook. But first thing I want to say is we have to stop assuming the worst when someone says something is inappropriate.
Yes.
Right? Because what defines what is and isn't apropos is about the boundary that the employer sets. That's at the end of the day. So I mean, all of the conversation around this doesn't even have to be extensive because I read the acceptable and unacceptable things that his employer has in place. And at the end of that, they state that anything that you may deem right or wrong is irrelevant because this is the rule.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what you think. So that's that. Now, I like what you said,
Yeah.
Marcus, about him as a black man. You have to, as an educator, you have to set a boundary for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so, regardless of what your intention may have been at that time, if you set the boundary for yourself, um, you cover your own a word, right? Okay, you cover your own ass, because perception means everything in our society. So you got to set that boundary for yourself. One thing that a lot of people are missing in this is, as educators, you have to also respect the boundaries of the parents. Um, you the we are in the business of customer service,
Hmm.
and our job is to protect the students from any abuse of power, assumed or otherwise. That's what the job is. And so whether we like feel like something should go one way, it does not matter. Your job is to protect the students. And so um in protecting the students, you have to get out of this mindset that um I I'm thinking about maybe what the students think, or what I ask the students doesn't matter. That's not what did the parents say? Have you talked to the parents? If you have not talked to the parents, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. Like it just doesn't matter, because students, um, again, if I'm saying that is an abuse of power, for him to have done that. That does not mean that he was intending to abuse that power, but it is an abuse of power though.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we have to be mindful of that. And then some of the things that I have seen, now is not the time for us to get on a high horse about the state that our education system is in. Now is not the time for that.
There's so many other
things. And why do we wait until something like this happens to say, oh, our education system is messed up? I get it. We are in like this, we want this communal thing to happen, and like this is not community. They're building a community. Their parents, the teachers do more than the parents. Man, stop it. Stop it. Because that might be true, but you don't know what's going on at them people's houses. And so I get it. Yes, sometimes I feel like the parents be lacking, but because I am in the business of customer service and I am being paid to take care of these kids, it doesn't matter what I think this child should or should not do, as long as that child is not in danger.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
I like what you said there, though, because I don't think we've actually thought about teachers being in the customer service business. That's the first time I've actually heard someone say that. And now I think about it, yeah. And Janelle, you said that he had, I'll let you respond, but you said that he had teachers, he had some of the students, you read that he had some of the students' numbers.
That's what I read. I don't know if it's true. It is true. See, yeah.
I said it.
But I'll wait till you get to me.
Yeah, so if that's the case, I feel like, first of all, you never need my child's number if you have my number. I am how you get to my child outside of school hours. You don't go directly to my child. Period. Exactly. Like I speak for them. Like, because I'm the one who's buying the supplies, who's putting the clothes, who's putting the food in their belly to send them to school, so you can educate them. You don't call them about stuff they need. You don't text them about stuff they need. You're not their friend on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, they can love you and be cool with you, but y'all not friends like that. Now, when they grow up and they want to come back and talk, yeah. But until then, you go through me. Hey, Trev, what's up, man?
What's going on, Marcus? What's up, John?
You got called upstairs.
Yeah, we was about to have a full-blown argument in the chat in a second.
Yeah, we had to make sure that didn't happen. But yeah, Janelle, by all means.
So I agree with everything y'all said, but I'm going to choose to come from the defense of the teacher. Being that I am a Black mother of a Black son, Black male teachers are imperative. It is like my duty, I feel, to make sure that Zaire has, is that my phone? I hear like feedback. Anyway, that he has like a community of strong Black men around him, and that is also his teachers. And I think it's the same for girls as well. Black male teachers provide something different to the educational environment that I think is so important and so necessary. Being a parent, I see a lot of other parents, and John, I agree, we don't know a lot of parent stories, but I do know some of those parent stories, and some parents do expect y'all to be the parent. It's really unfortunate. It's really frustrating. It makes me feel bad. Like I wish I could do more. Like I try to be like a really great parent towards the teachers and stuff like that. No, not towards the teachers, like representing Zaire. But I think in this instance, my first reaction was like, I don't think he's doing anything wrong. This is the relationship that I would have with my teachers when I was younger. Some of my teachers, like my band director, did have my phone number. For certain reasons, I had a lot of positions in the band. I had a lot of positions in school. My principal had my phone number. My mother was a teacher. So the relationships were different, and that was a different time. I think there were a lot of boundaries that were set, very much more in the open than there are now. But all in all, I think the outrage comes from ignorance of the Black community. I think a lot of people do not even understand the cultural significance of having your hair taken out. That's not really something that a guy would have some boys do. So I understand why people might look at it as something inappropriate. And in fact, it is. You don't need to be posting nobody's kids on the internet, and you don't need to be having playing your hair on the internet. But if the parents are okay with it, like I've had teachers braid Zaires hair because I am one of the Black women that cannot cornrow. I can't. But I've had his teachers braid his hair with my permission. If he did not have their permission, it's a problem. Posting them on the internet, it's a problem. But from a cultural standpoint, I understand the significance of how that builds a bond, a line of respect and a line of trust for these students. So yeah, I see a lot of sides in this, but I don't think it's a place for outrage. There's 75 billion reasons to be outraged when it comes to the educational system.
Yeah.
And this ain't it.
Lula says, I think it's possible for certain situations to have the student's number. My nephew has coaches to have his number. And with that being said, I had my band director too and coaches, but I feel like I had their number because it was after school thing. So it was outside of school hours and they had to come pick me up at random times a lot. And my dad actually had interactions with these people, like my coaches and my band director, whereas periods 1 through whatever, my dad only saw them on PTA night. He didn't know them like that. He just knew that's your math teacher.
Well, Pam knows.
Coaches, he knows.
Pam
my dad
and knows everybody.
And my band, like my band director could take me home. Like that's how it was. He was like, he could drive me home. I could go places with him, like because my dad knew him. But I feel like during the school, there's no reason. There's nothing that you're gonna tell my kid that you shouldn't be able to tell me. So just tell me. Matter of fact, tell me so I can get on them because probably these kids they ain't gonna tell their parents what the teacher said. If he said like, make sure if you're doing something right and saying, make sure you get your work done, make sure you do this. Man, these kids ain't about to tell their parents. Like they're not about to.
So, none of y'all said y'all science teacher had y'all number. Everybody said coach. Everybody said band director. Everybody said choir.
Well, my science teacher was my coach.
Well, that's different. That man wasn't coaching nobody.
You're right. Mr. Palmer did not have my phone number.
Okay, Phil said he's on administrative leave, so I misspoke. I thought he was fired, so I retract that statement. Administrative leave.
The dude was on the internet acting like he got fired because the next day he got on the internet.
Yeah,
he's fake coyote.
He's not helping himself at all.
Crying and doing all that stuff.
He really is not helping himself.
What are you doing? Like you not
like you seem weird now to me. You seem real weird. And everybody that's saying, I will play devil's advocate for this though. Because everybody's saying, everything is not sexual and everything that agreed. We do jump to that conclusion a lot. But also, you don't know what these people are getting off to. They know some of these sick people will take it as far as they can without it looking suspicious and do that kind of stuff. And when you say that you got 150 best friends and they kids, like, bro, this sounds weird.
Yeah. And then the other side to that, though, is when you keep the students away from those kind of interactions, you keep the students from their minds from festering. Because children are very malleable at that age. Like these are not high school students; these were middle school students.
Yeah,
like it's a little bit different, and like you have to be more protective of middle school students because they are going through a lot of changes. It may not be sexual, but that does not mean that they are not thinking that.
Yeah. He also has to consider there are predators on the internet.
Yeah.
Like that's why there was a point in time I was like just happily posting Zaire on TikTok, and I realized that people were saving the videos of him specifically. And so I cut back because I'm just like, it's giving child predator. But it's a very real thing. And my biggest thing was their faces being on the internet. That's where I was like, you completely crossed the line.
Now I will say that the like the policy didn't have anything against posting children, but that's where the blurred line between nonprofit and actual school
That's
to play,
interesting.
because
Yeah.
if it was a school systems and like
Yeah.
state schools, public schools usually have policies against that, but
Yeah.
because it's a nonprofit, it might be a little shaky.
There's schools too that have policies for it that say the school may use your child's image in promotional or things like that. But even if it says that, it says the school. So it's something released by the school, not by a certain teacher. So there's rules for that.
Yeah,
But
unless his TikTok is affiliated with the school, I can't see why his own personal TikTok would trump that.
No, it was his.
Oh, but no, he tried.
He had some, because see, he had like your digital footprint is also important here, because he had some shaky stuff on there. I think I saw, like the trend with the like, I only like emo guys, and it was like a high school girl, and then
I did see somebody say that.
Took a video with an emo filter on it, and I was like, man, you freaky, bro. Like,
so Phil said he could ask a colleague who worked with him. Please do, Phil. Report back to the man cave. Phil's
How do you know all this, Phil? How do you know all
on
this?
the beat reporter, apparently.
Right. Who is
and
your
then he said,
inside
so this
person?
school system is part of the county school system, the county public school system. But with that being said, we got to get off this topic. Let's move forward real quick. This is a subject that I don't want to spend a lot of time on, but this is very close to me because of what I do. Everybody knows that I'm in the Air Force. So this story broke my heart. Airman Roger Forston was at his own apartment FaceTiming his girlfriend when the I forget what county in Florida it is, but sheriff's department knocks on his door, and they move out of sight of the door while yelling that it's the sheriff's office. Airman Forston came to the door with his firearm, one that he legally owned, and the minute he opened the door, was shot 6 times by this officer. Now, this is the same police department in Florida where Okaloosa, that's where it is, Okaloosa Sheriff Department. This is the same police department where an acorn dropped and hit a police officer's car. He emptied a whole clip, thinking that he was being shot at. This is that same police department. And the reason this hits home to me is because this young man is wearing the same uniform that I wear, same flight suit, and is starting off on the same aircraft, a variation of the same aircraft I started on. He went through the same training at Little Rock that I did. He is literally like me. I had a weapon at his age. He had one, legally obtained. And this could have been, for everybody saying, oh, he shouldn't answer the door. If this could have been me. And there's been people that I consider friends that have said that. And I'm telling you right now, I'm cutting you off because this could have been me easily. And it's crazy that now they're saying the stand your ground law doesn't apply in this instance when they were sent to the wrong address. This man came to the door with his firearm. I would have done the same damn thing. You knocking on my door claiming to be sheriffs, but you hiding off to where my people can't see you. Best believe I'm drawing my weapon. I'm coming to the door. Because people play games these days. I'm not going to let somebody play a game with me and then I end up being hurt. I'm going to protect myself. And we always have this Second Amendment right that everybody wants to, exclaim and be all happy about, like, oh, we got the right to bear arms. No one's going to take our gun. He was doing that. He was exercising that right. He was shot 6 times. Then the cop, instead of immediately pleading for help and for an ambulance to come, he goes, oh, yeah, he's been shot up. No shit. You shot him. And then he's on the ground talking about some drop the gun. Bruh, you shot him 6 times. He's not doing anything. And the last words you hear this man say is, I don't have it. I don't know what else we need to see. I don't know why there's this investigation. This paid. Fire these cops and then prosecute. Because even Even if you think he was justified, it's done. We've seen the video. I don't know what else we need to see to stop black people from getting killed this way, even serving your country. And that's the hardest part about putting my damn uniform on. Because the minute I take that thing off, no matter where I am, I'm just another black man. It happened to me in Arkansas. I got pulled over for no reason, put on my face, handcuffed, and then all of a sudden they see the military ID. Then their attitudes change. Oh, this was a misunderstanding. We misidentified you as somebody else. A little piece of plastic saves my life, but my humanity isn't enough. That's the problem that we have. Janelle, you've seen it.
I haven't. I don't like watching stuff like this. To be honest, there's nothing that we can do to stop this. There's nothing that we can do to stop this. The only thing that we can do is, number one, accept that it is a problem and racism will never go away, and do what we can to make our community as strong as possible. I don't see anything changing during my lifetime. That may sound pessimistic, but I don't. My main focus is us. I can't make these people change, but I can do change within my community. That's it.
And let me be clear, I get the police policy. They say they knock on the door, then they move because people tend to try to shoot through the door at cops when they know is the police officer. Now, the call was for domestic violence, a probable DV call. Now, this lady called thinking there was something happening. She gave them the wrong apartment number. And that's how it happened. So they move out of the way of the door. But my thing is, don't put on that damn badge if you ain't man enough to stand in there and do your job. If the minute you open the door, this man's weapon was down at his side, not pointing at you, not anything. And he looked genuinely surprised to see you at the door. When he saw the man he saw the officer's uniform, you could clearly tell in his face, he's like, okay, what's going on? And all you said was, ooh, gun, shoot. It's ridiculous. Don says, stand your ground only applies to whites. Come on, we know, guys. If we're suspended for braids, go ahead and release that sheriff. John, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't watched the video, but I saw the story. I'm kind of with Janelle. Watching videos too traumatic for me, and I'm trying to retrain my brain against that kind of stuff. But it's tragic. And I mean, it's the same sad story, man. And it's even worse because it was a man in uniform. Like, because if we are not protected, if I'm not protected in my QSI 5, like, and I'm not protected in my uniform, what is the point? Like, why am I even serving if that's the case? Like that, I mean, like, this is, it might be like childish to say, but like, what's the point of membership has its privileges if you can't even, you know, but like you said, Janelle, community is everything. Our job now, we just, in our lifetime, we just gonna have to make sure that our community stays protected.
There you go, Phil. I think Phil said it best. Teachers need a degree to become one. Police officers don't.
Yeah. I mean,
it's crazy.
There's no lack of discernment, man. That's it.
And I'm gonna move on from it because it gets me choked up just thinking about it because it's annoying. It's something that black people in the military still have to go through. Because I'm telling you, I put on a pair of sweats, all of a sudden I'm a threat. Like, if I'm in the wrong neighborhood or whatever. But this boy, he was just trying to serve.
Yeah.
And we support the troops, so put that up, because they tried to put up a picture of him wearing a jersey, and I was like, no, stop trying to do this. Every time a black man get killed, y'all try to go find the most hood-looking picture y'all can find to dehumanize him. No, put him in his uniform, put him in the flight suit that he earned, just like me and everybody else who wears one. because he's the model American that y'all want. That's what y'all want us to be. So show that for everybody to see. And I hope this cop gets everything thrown at him. That whole department needs to be shut down, honestly. But anyway, let me move on to something happier to talk about. A marriage that I love so much because it's hilarious at all times. We talking about the Mayfields. Trevor is here. He showed up. He came up the stairs for us today. I'm sorry that your Eagle shoes are so ugly, bro. I'm sorry about that.
Listen, I don't know if that post was real or if somebody was trolling. That might have been like a Cowboys fan or something. But them things look like Jackie Robinson played in them things before they went on sale.
Those things were crushed.
42.
And they weren't even off-white. They were just straight yellow. That was bad. But no, so we've seen you guys a lot on the show. We got your child's godparent here. So this is kind of awesome. Kind of like how this worked out. Thanks again, John, for stopping by. Y'all got together. I've known Janelle for a while. So like I kind of knew like the crazy relationship she had prior, how crazy that was. And then this dude slips in and how she explains it. You ain't had no money, bro. You ain't had no money. So
you have to say it like that.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Hold on.
Not employed.
You have to say it like that.
I didn't want to say that one because I didn't want to call you an aide. Like, oh boy.
You're a good woman. What you mean?
Y'all, I'm not delusional. Don't go back and tell people I'm delusional. I'm not delusional.
It was a little short on change at the time, and Janelle still rocked with you. So we don't got to go into all the specifics about your relationship because we've seen y'all a lot, but I want to know why when you saw Janelle, you was like, I got to talk to that.
That's not exactly how it happened. That's the funniest thing about it. So knowing Janelle, she said something first. So I guess her way of flirting is being mean. And Target, knowing Janelle, like we all know her, I'm buying comforters. I'm in college at this time, so I got my little off campus apartment, doing some home decor for it. I'm buying a comforter in Target.
Ladies, it was a risk.
You'd have done this to anybody. She walks up to me and says, "Sir."
Sir.
I don't know if she said sir.
I'm respectful.
That's ugly.
I specifically said you don't want that.
That's ugly.
She said you want me. That's what she said. Go ahead. What you say back?
Put me in the cart.
But the thing is that I didn't walk up to Trevor and talk to him because I was attracted to him. I just like to talk to people. I like to talk to Black people in the store. And then we decided to exchange numbers. And he was like really trying to be my man.
Y'all see how she took over his story? Y'all see how she did that?
And nope.
My bad.
And so to answer your question,
my pork chops.
I was gonna say it was probably the pork chops, but at the period in time, she's the one that actually opened her rude mouth and said something.
So because I said something first.
And be honest, Janelle, why'd you go talk to that man about the comfort?
Again, I like talking to people.
Because you was trying to get fed to.
No.
Okay.
Jonathan knows. I was not trying to pursue. I was enjoying my single life. I was chilling under the radar. And I just happened to be in Target. And I do this all the time. I just happened to do it to my future husband that day.
So
that's what happened.
Janelle, you, like I said, you have been through a crazy relationship with a crazy dude.
Let's be nice.
Crazy dude. A story that one day I hope
he was mentally unhealthy at the time.
At the time. Still is. But at the time. What in your mind, when did you feel like in your head you was like, wait a minute, this might be something? Like this what about him made you feel like he might be it?
Two things. My sister, because I was very much against having any feelings for Trevor. I was very much against having any feelings for anyone. And I just came up with reasons to just like ghost men. I was a ghoster. I'm sorry to all of those back in the day. Y'all don't.
See, ladies, y'all do it too.
I did. I was really good at it too. But my sister was like, you need to give him a chance. Like, you need to give him a chance. And if y'all know me, you know that I am extremely close to my sister. Her words mean a lot to me. So I took that into consideration. Also, Trevor and I have a chemistry that I feel cannot be explained. It was actually deeper in the relationship. His friend, Chavez, we were at his house. We used to just chill at Trevor's house all the time. And I met a lot of his friends. And his friend was like, you and Janelle talk with your eyes. Like, y'all have full conversations with your eyes. You don't have to have words. And he said it in the middle of us having a conversation with our eyes. And it was like little things like that. I was like, our connection is just extremely strong. But it honestly scared me. So I was very apprehensive at first because it was very, very strong. And I was like, it's weird.
All right, I'm gonna come to you, Trev, in a second, but I gotta talk to John because man, y'all are brother and sister, literally. Like, it's not a conversation I'm gonna have with Janelle that she's not gonna mention you. Like, it ain't gonna be a post that she posted you don't get tagged in. Like, it's gonna happen. When did you say that this man was the right one for her? Like, did you ever give her some input? Like, hey, this brother's for real. Like, you might wanna rock with him.
Oh, she brought him to a party and he wanted to smoke with somebody.
Was this that truck? The truck?
It was a truck crew in Northeast.
What?
Because
you're a fighter. You're violent.
It wasn't even it wasn't that he was being violent though. It was just like because
we was chilling.
I'm the same way with Ashanti. I'm not gonna get violent. I'm just gonna say a couple of things, and then the temperature of the room is just gonna change, and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna get violent unless I absolutely have to. So, and the temperature of the room changed, and I was like, because she brought him because she wanted me to meet him, and I don't even remember everything that happened, but I remember like it got weird in there, and he wasn't for that shit, and so he just like the temperature of the room changed. It got cold in that mug. and I was like, oh yeah, like I was sitting back. I was like, I don't have to be that person for her.
Yeah,
because he was for a long time.
So that's good. You saw it. You finally were getting off the job, is what you said. He was getting off the job.
I mean, it wasn't even crazy. It wasn't a job though.
That story is everybody in the party knew each other, but I was the one dude that nobody knew.
Yeah,
and I just happened to get a drink spilled all over me, and I'm like, this shit ain't no coincidence. Y'all niggas being shady. Y'all N-words being shady.
N-words? Paul?
Don't be Paul Pierce now. Don't get us canceled. Don't get us canceled.
Oh,
but yeah, so Trev, you see this girl, she criticizes your choice in bed apparel. She got you getting drinks spilled on. What was the moment when you looked at her when she had them wings and that grease all around her mouth? and you said, she's the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. When did you make that decision?
Yeah, it was actually way before I got the drink poured on me. I would say it was two things. One thing I would say was pretty minute. So like we met and I went back to Baltimore. She went back to Silver Spring. So of course that's like a good hour and a half drive between. So all we had was text. So I think I was like going out to the shuttle, catching the shuttle to campus, doing that whole thing. But it was like when we were texting, she was just very responsive. And it was like the conversation was just kind of going back and forth, but throughout the whole time.
Throughout the whole day. Me and Trevor would text all day.
I think it was like a couple of weeks at that point where it was like, hey, and then it was just back and forth. So I would say that was a smaller thing.
See what happens when you text back, ladies?
I'm also a great texter. Everyone should know that. I'd be ready to text.
But guys, no, it's like a yellow light. It's like, okay, I can kind of progress a little bit if it's responsive. And then I would say the other thing is I was playing basketball on campus and I messed up my knee real bad. So first person I call, I'm like, on campus, can't walk to the shuttle, can't do anything. Call Janelle, hey, you got to pick me up. I messed up my leg. I don't know what happened. Of course, my ass, I didn't go to the ER. I just went straight home. I was like, take me home. I got a bag of ice. I'm good.
Wait, hold on. Can I tell that part?
Go ahead.
I pulled up to campus and you had crutches and ice and a bread bag.
Where you get the crutches from? You said you ain't go to the
campus. His knee was the size of Zaire.
God dang.
I had to just walk to the little medical thing.
So fix you up.
After that, she was basically like a caretaker to me for about 2 months. Mind you, I'm still living in. So I went to Towson, but I live in Timonium.
Okay.
If anybody knows where Timonium is, that's like a few exits from New York. Type, like north of Baltimore. So she was working in Bethesda, coming back to Towson.
Listen to what he just said.
And whole time, my knee is the size of a watermelon, and she was my caretaker. So,
and how was I taking care? Thank you.
Helping me in and out the shower, like straight up. I couldn't do.
My leg she's was seeing you in your vulnerable state.
Feed me porridge, like straight up, one step short.
Porridge.
Yeah, I would say that was like the main selling point where I'm like, I'm just a college student. She's driving across the state of Maryland to take care of me. So
that's beautiful. So y'all got married in a secret ceremony, and then
everybody says that.
Oh my God.
A secret garden ceremony, and then y'all been married for how long now?
It'll be 8 years in June 11th.
Y'all been through some of the lowest lows. And the highest of highs. You got a son, a beautiful son that love to play ball.
He does.
Good kid, just all around good kid, good parents. What would you say the hardest thing about being married to each other is? Like, Trevor, what can you not stand about Janelle, but that you put up with because that's your wife?
Dang.
Choose wisely.
Oh, crap.
There's nothing you don't like about me.
Yeah, right.
Bro, he looking at that couch in his head right now. He's like, is it worth it?
The couch is comfortable, so that's not an option. He needs to go.
Wow.
I would say sometimes Janelle looks at our issues kind of with some of your family's issues.
Okay, that's fair.
But I ain't got nothing to do with your family's issues, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't. And those other issues are affecting our issues.
Trevor is very transparent.
And I'll be like, when you say we, I'm not part of we. It's me and you, and then it's them.
Okay. So, and y'all been living together for a while because y'all moved in before y'all got married. And not trying to be, we ain't in church. We can talk freely.
How much have you told him?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what you told him.
Everybody in the world. At this point, someone should just write my book for me.
Y'all know. Anyway, but so I know you were like, it's important for you to see how your man, how you live, because you care about the hygiene and all that stuff. So, what is one thing about Trevor that just makes it hard on you?
Hygiene, like cleaning wise,
not cleaning wise, but anything. It could be hygiene stuff because you all about them products, all that stuff.
So two things.
Nope, he asked for one. Choose wisely.
He said two things that are neck and neck. He said number one, Trevor is extremely comfortable with me, and I love that. But he will be in my face with hot breath and just not move. And I'm just like, I know you know. So why are you? And he could care less about how my breath smells. So I guess that's supposed to make me feel bad, but it don't. Like,
that ain't that bad.
I don't want you in my face.
Why are you trying to say like the dude don't brush his gums, man?
No, in the morning when you wake up, you
might say morning breath. Don't say hot morning breath. That can be any time of the day.
In my face, and I'm like, oh my God, please. Another thing is that Trevor doesn't realize you have to brake until we're basically in the car in front of us in their trunk. I literally will sit there and be like, we're going to die. Like those memes you see, those are about Trevor.
But did you die?
That's it.
Trevor, where you from, Trev? Where you from?
Alexandria.
Okay, so that's how they drive.
Yeah, they can't.
DMV, we gotta.
But that doesn't mean I have to accept it.
Can't let them cut you off.
But no. And then what's the easiest thing about being married to each other?
You go first. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, ever since we really, like you said, we moved in before we even got married, but it felt like things were kind of effortless. Like you didn't feel like you really had to do anything because we enjoyed the same things. We both like to be introvert extroverts, stay in the house 5 days out of the week, go out too. And for the most part, before DC got too crazy, we were just going out to DC, Midtown, all the places that are shut down now.
We were living our best life.
It was really more effortless. I would say that, over time, as you get deeper and deeper, different situations and scenarios come up that maybe y'all aren't equipped to deal with together, but that's just a part of growing because, we got together in our 20s, so we were both learning life either way, but it was effortless.
Before you answer, Janelle, I want to say this. Happy first Mother's Day to Dawn. She's been watching all night.
Yeah!
You've been through a lot. And just the fact that you're here supporting me, I really appreciate it. Like, you are an amazing woman. I really appreciate it.
Happy first Mother's Day.
Happy first Mother's Day. That daughter of yours is cute, man. Super cute. Janelle, go ahead.
The easiest thing about being married to Trevor is outside of my sister, I am 150% myself around Trevor, and I felt that way from the beginning. I realized that outside of my sister and the band, because y'all before Trevor were just everything for me. Like I really felt like I fit in somewhere, but they're just, I catch myself doing things that I just wouldn't do around other people. The way I talk to him, because Trevor's not just my husband, like Trevor's really my homie. Like that's really my friend. Like I love having fun with him, but just being able to really be myself, which is very important, I think, to women. I think to Black women, like that space of comfort was imperative, especially coming from my previous relationship that I was in. So yeah.
And John, when you heard that, I don't know if you were there for it, but when he got down on one knee or whatever.
I wasn't there, but he told me about it though.
What?
He showed me the ring before.
What did you feel in that moment when he showed you that ring? What were you feeling?
I mean, I already knew like what it was with them.
John has definitely been an imperative part of our relationship.
I have been there
since
the beginning. Even with our distance, like when we check in, we don't miss.
Yeah.
I already knew what was up. Like it was just like the ring and the getting down on one knee was a formality.
And so when they named you Zaire's godfather, did you know that was coming? Did you feel that was coming?
I did not know that was coming. I mean, I felt honored though because that's a big responsibility. Because I mean, a lot of people say that they want that, but people don't know what comes with that though. Like a lot comes with that, and you might not necessarily you don't get to act on that until what happens. Mm-hmm. But to be named that, that takes a large amount of trust in somebody. So I felt honored about that, and the favor will be returned. So that is happening because we about to get married and start popping them out, man. So,
all right. Well, that concludes our episode tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank the Mayfields. Thank Trevor. Thanks for traveling all the way upstairs to. We appreciate that.
Whenever you like.
Appreciate that. Your hair looking all good, moisturized.
Right. Thank you, Donna's recipe.
He grew his beard out a little bit more too. I see that a little bit more full. You usually keep it a little short.
Still can't get nothing up here, but
Hey man, hey.
Goatee life.
What Phil said, John.
You gotta play the cards we're dealt, man. Play the cards we're dealt. Now you got any skincare tips for us as we move into?
I do. When you get out of the shower, ladies and gentlemen, put on some lotion. There are too many people admitting on Blue Ivy's internet that they do not put lotion on after showers. And it is an abomination. It is actually better to put lotion on when your skin is somewhat damp because you can really get the benefits of your lotion, but moisturize your body and your feet.
Lord, stop tearing up them sheets at night with them crusty feet snagging on stuff.
Marcus, see, we didn't ask.
They want to put your feet up on me, ripping my skin. Anyway. You got anything you want to plug, John? Anything going down at Grambling? Anything like that?
There is. Tell us all about it.
I mean, it's lots of things happening.
Are you going to arrange like that? First, they not like us?
Oh, man, listen. Everything that happened in this beef, just
I'm so excited.
Here. But I do want to say that I have, like, anybody that's watching, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening with the jazz ensemble at Grambling. So, yeah, that is big. But I do want to say, this is advice. When y'all go to concerts, put y'all phones up because y'all not fully immersed in the experience. Because I have grown, and in my 30s, I have realized that when people put these sets together, they're expecting you to experience that with them, and you cannot do that with your phone out. Put your phone up when you go to the concert. You can take it out for a little bit, but don't just sit there and film the whole concert. That's rude.
That applies to old people too, because y'all be trying it.
Put that shit up, man.
They be on live on Facebook for 45 minutes.
Yeah, man. Everybody trying to see that.
Right. They would have paid for the concert.
Yeah. So.
Well, y'all heard it first. Y'all paid all that money to go see it, or y'all sitting in the concert to support people. Support them. Put your phone down. Live in the moment. Moments over pictures all day. Memories over pictures. Y'all know at the end of every show, I gotta give y'all. What was that?
Drake lost.
Drake lost. Yes, Drake lost. Yeah. And it was you, John. John said that he wasn't going to respond until us.
That was very important.
Drake took an L, bro.
Well, on your podcast,
if they find his daughter, it's over.
Man, forget all of that. Forget the allegations. There was a better rapper in this beef.
They not like us.
And that was Kendrick Lamar.
There was a lyricist versus a rapper.
Family Matters was fire.
People are saying that Family Matters was the best diss, but Kendrick had the best songs.
No.
Charlamagne said that.
Let me in LA was the best.
We went overtime. We gotta let the church go. We gotta give benediction.
Sorry.
Y'all know at the end of every show, I got to give you advice. And Janelle, I'm glad you said what you said about Trey. Because in your 20s and 30s, there ain't no damn reason for you to have cavities. Brush your teeth.
Well, it takes more than brushing your teeth to not have cavities.
I don't know how many people I talk to and their teeth be fuzzy, bro. Like, brush your teeth and floss. Please. If you say, my gums will bleed when I floss, because you're not flossing enough.
Clean your tongue too, y'all.
Get the roof of that. Get that palate up there.
Yeah, get the inside of your teeth too.
And a water flosser, man. Get a water flosser.
Yes. Throw some and rinse some mouthwash through there, some scope, something.
All that. Do it all.
You come to work and want to have pleasantries with everybody. Brush it. There's no reason for you to have cavities in your 30s.
You know what they need to bring back? Them Listerine strips. They used to burn
them strips. Them strips were from God. And he took them back because we started eating Tide Pods and all that stuff. He took them back. God took them back. But yeah, make sure y'all getting y'all dental checkups because, man, we're too old to not be taking care of our oral health. Like, your mouth ain't just for all that negative stuff, all that bad stuff that ain't of God. It's for you to
please end the show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
End the show.
I'm
you
just
stayed
saying.
on live too long.
Y'all be blessed. Y'all have an amazing week. I'll be back in the man cave next week. John, thanks for coming. Mayfields, we love you. Y'all be good to everybody that you meet. You never know what someone's going through. Peace. I lost my mouse now.